just want blank. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Alecia Lott. This is my channel about bullet journaling and goal setting. So, this week I wanted to ask you all, what is your magic word? What is the word that really gets you excited and gets you really motivated toward accomplishing your goals? I'm having a little trouble myself thinking of specific goals that I want to accomplish over a year or 5 years or 10 years. But I do have a magic word that really gets me happy. I can work out the finer details later, but at least right now I have a start, I have a word. So I wanted to ask you what your word is. I was speaking with my friend the other day, and we were just talking about career goals and talking about how we wanted our lives to look in the next few years. I did say I just want blank, my magic word. There's something that has been hanging on my wall in my little office here, and it's a list of values that I have. Top one is my main word, which I'll tell you in a few moments, and then I have adventure, curiosity, wealth, and a bunch of others. Authenticity, freedom, craftsmanship, innovation, meaningful work, openness, service, self respect. But it's not something I really focused on. It's not something that I really consciously thought too much about. So when I spoke to my friend, I did say this word, and then this was hanging on the wall to my left, and I turned my head to the left and I saw this word, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I not really focusing on this thing when it's obviously something that I want? So I'm curious, what is your what is your number one value? What is your number one word? Your magic word that gets you hyped up, that gets you motivated, even if you don't have all of your goals fleshed out yet, just like myself. What is something that makes you happy when you think about it, at peace, alive, whatever is the feeling that you want to feel when you accomplish your goals? What is the word that pushes you toward that? Leave me a comment below and we can discuss that. And I encourage you to make a sheet like this too. What are some words to describe your values? What are some words to describe your North Star and your mission in life? And here's a quote I found. This is my quote of the week. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And that is by Les Brown, motivational speaker. When I'm feeling kind of unmotivated, maybe in the mornings, there's some different people I like to listen to, and Les Brown is one of those people. And welcome to the weekly spread portion of my weekly spread video. I didn't say too much while I was making the weekly spread. Here, you can't tell from my body language, but I am not in the greatest of moods. My mother and I had just had a discussion. We are in the middle of looking for an apartment, and things are starting to get stressful, and emotions are high, and we said some things. So everything's cool now, but at this moment that I'm making the weekly spread, not feeling like speaking. This was probably 10 minutes after the fact. So right now I am making my habit tracker. This is just listing all of the things that I do or try to do throughout the day to keep myself on track. And then each night I put an X next to the things that I have actually done. And it's just a way of keeping myself organized and focused throughout the day. So I am going to have some silent moments during this making of the weekly spread, and I hope you are planning along with me, and I hope you enjoy the silence. So I am not quite finished with the habit tracker, but I, for some reason, am zigzagging all over my pages today, not doing everything in order, which is fine as long as it all gets done, right? So, right now, I am starting my to do list, and I just put the day of the week, the date, and then three little check boxes underneath each day. And sometimes I can squeeze a fourth thing in there, but I do try to keep it to three main to dos for each day. And I write my to do list for the following day before I go to bed. And while I'm doing that, I just wanted to take a moment to discuss my nails on my left hand. They are growing out of control, and I don't know why. But I have no idea. I have not done anything differently with my diet or anything like that. Genetically, I do tend to have longer nails, but this is long even for me. So just gonna enjoy them, have a last glance, and I will probably cut them this week to get them closer to my right hand side. It's so funny because the dominant hand is supposed to be the hand where the nails grow the fastest, but not in my case. So there. And here is where I realized that I wrote Sunday twice, and I'm just going to cover that up with correction tape. And this section is now where I count my steps for the week. So each day I write how many steps I've done that day, and then I add them up at the end of the week to see if I've met my weekly total, which is 70,000. So it's 10,000 per day. And now I'm finally going back up and putting the days of the week for my habit tracker. Yeah, I'm just kind of distracted and all over the place, but I'm getting it done. And now it is time for my tracker for my weekly tasks. And weekly tasks are just obviously things that I do once a week that wouldn't make sense to put in my daily habit tracker over on the left. So it's just things like check your bills, make sure you've paid everything, get the required amount of steps for the week, do your weekly spread video, hello, things like that. Just things that I don't have a daily need to track. Having a weekly tracker has been so helpful. I'm so glad that I started doing this. Having a daily tracker is also helpful. It's just great to be able to take a larger project and break it up into daily and weekly chunks. It's just so much more manageable, and I do feel as though I'm a lot more productive now that I started doing that. Somehow playing with this yellow highlighter here, and I don't even know why I used yellow because I usually use pink. Somehow using that highlighter sent me down a rabbit hole of playing with all of the markers that I purchased at the dollar store a couple of weeks ago, and I started thinking, oh, maybe I want to add some color to my weekly spread, and I started testing out different colors and ended up not using any of them. And now we are here at my, what is this, my quarterly goals for this year. So everything leading up to June 30th. So things like I want to have a certain number of videos that I want to make. I want to finish my Spanish audio lessons and get 310,000 steps, and also start to build a social life when I move to the new city. And here I am struggling every week to figure out what to write for my yearly goals, which is to cover all of 2024. And at this point, I'm not sure why I keep making this section in my weekly spread, but I think the mindset is if I build it, then something will come. So all I have right now is just my magic word, which I will show you in a moment. But right now, I want to give you a trigger warning. If you do not like creepy, crawly insect things, please turn your head away in a moment. So, as I'm making my weekly spread, I'm already frazzled. I see this thing out of the corner of my eye, and at first, I think it's a bed bug, which is never what you want, but especially before you're moving. But after Google searching for an hour, I realized that it is a carpet beetle, which also doesn't sound great, but at least it doesn't bite, and at least it's not a bed bug. Thank goodness. Okay, so feeling a little more calm now. This is my finished weekly spread. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please leave me a comment down below and tell me what is your magic word. And I will now reveal what my magic word is. Look at that. It is autonomy. Yes, I'm an only child. I'm not a team player. I don't want to have a boss. I don't want to be anyone's boss either. I like being social on a well, I'm an introvert, but I do like being social. But for work, I just want to work by myself, and I want to work for myself, and I want to be able to fully support myself financially and do work that I love that's meaningful to me. And so I feel the word autonomy is my number one value and my magic word. I have it here. If you are struggling to think of different words to describe your values and to think of your magic word, what I'm going to do, this is going to be super informal, you guys, just don't expect too much as far as aesthetics or anything like that, professionalism. But what I would like to do is, after I finish this video, I'm going to just create a PDF file really quick. It's just going to have a bunch of adjectives or nouns. I don't, yeah, nouns, and you are welcome to have it. You don't have to make a sheet like this, but maybe you want to write this in your journal, or get it tattooed on your arm, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. Let's clean up a little bit. I'm going to continue to calm myself down, and I will see you next week. If you would like to see more, please subscribe. Please like this video if you liked it. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will give you the upside down wave. Upside down wave. Goodbye. Bye. Have a good week.